News station. This is CBS 2 News at 5.
And welcome back. Time now for our Newsmaker of the Day. As we told you moments ago, the Supreme Court today upheld a law that at least its supporters call the partial birth abortion ban. President Bush is hailing the decision, affirming the right of unborn human life, but pro-choice advocates say women and their doctors, not politicians, should be able to make their health care decisions, and some even feel today's ruling could go a long ways towards undermining Roe v. Wade, the 1973 Supreme Court decision that allowed women the right to an abortion. Joining us live now, two local activists on both sides of this long-going debate. In the newsroom, we have Alicia Moya of Birth Choice of the Desert. She's on the bottom of your screen. That group, of course, very much a pro-life agency. And here in the studio, on the top of your screen there, we have Alicia Wilkins with Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood, of course, long being an advocacy of pro-choice. Ladies, thanks for being with us. Alicia Moy, I want to start with you, and I want to have both of you describe what you know about the actual procedure of what some call a partial birth abortion. I wonder how many of our viewers really know about it. One thing that there's no doubt about, this is an abortion after the first trimester of a pregnancy.
You are
Alicia
correct.
Moy?
You are correct. It's usually performed in the second and third 7 to 8, 9 months pregnancy in lay terms. Mm-hmm. And the way it is done, the woman is induced into labor, and then when the baby is being born, he will receive a scissor, a doctor instrument, into the back of his head, and causing him to die and striking the brain.
So the actual birth procedure is begun, in your opinion. Let me go to Alicia Wilkins now of Planned Parenthood. Again, and we realize neither of you are OBGYNs, but is that the way you understand the partial birth abortion procedure also, Alicia?
Actually, I'm not, like you said, I'm not a medical professional. However, I can say that this is a procedure that is used in very, very rare cases. This is something that's done when the life of the woman is in jeopardy, the life or health of the woman is in jeopardy, or when there is a fetal anomaly that's present that will cause that woman to give birth to an unviable fetus, essentially. So,
let me stick with Alicia Wilkins and continue and talk about the Supreme Court's decision today on the partial birth abortion ban. You obviously are opposed to it. Do you feel that this could eventually undermine Roe v. Wade?
Absolutely. I think this sets a precedence for other state legislatures or congressional type laws to be passed that could undermine Roe versus Wade. There have been attempts in the past, but when you have this flag kind of waving in the distance saying, look, we've won this battle, then it kind of ignites the flame for other state legislatures and other bodies of within the politics to try to move other things forward.
Alicia Moya, you obviously very pleased by today's decision.
Oh, we are delighted. We are absolutely delighted that we have given that step forward. We had won this before, by the way, and the lower court had granted it to us, and now, well, it was taken up to Supreme Court.
But what about the concern that some have that now this is in the hand of lawmakers, including five Supreme Court justices who vote in favor of this, 4 went against it, and not in the hands of a woman and her doctors? How do you answer that?
I do not think it's a medical decision that we're talking about here. Human rights, as my opponents call it, are not involved in here. A doctor will tell you what procedures are available to you in case of any kind of illness or surgical procedures. However, a doctor is not going to advise you about killing anybody, and that is exactly what we are doing here.
All right, Alicia Wilkins, I'm going to give you the final word on this to respond to that.
I would have to disagree with Alicia and say that this is a medical procedure, and this is a decision that should be left in the hands of women, their families, and doctors, not politicians. I think about it over a year ago, the country spoke loud and clear in this Terry Schiavo case when they said we do not want politicians making decisions about medical things. We want to be able to make that with our families and with our doctors.
Okay, and one thing's for certain, this will be a key issue in the 2008 presidential race. Another thing a lot of people are talking about is this was in a lot of way a vote that the Roman Catholic majority on the Supreme Court, and there are 5 members of the Supreme Court who are of the Roman Catholic faith, and they all voted for that ban today. It will be much discussed. Alicia Moya of the Birth Choice of the Desert, thank you for being with us. Alicia Wilkins of Planned Parenthood, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.